My brother took over our father's restaurant and banned my family from even eating there. "This is a business now, not a charity," Diego said, blocking the entrance with his arms crossed. "You made your choice when you went to art school instead of culinary school." I stood there, holding my 8-year-old son Tommy's hand, watching through the window as my sister Valentina worked the register, my cousins prepped in the kitchen, and even my nephew bussed tables. For 2 years, I'd watched from the laundromat across the plaza where I folded other people's clothes for minimum wage. Every shift, I'd see the lunch rush, smell the familiar spices drifting across the parking lot, and watch my family's restaurant thrive without me. "Dad, why can't we eat at Uncle's place?" Tommy would ask when we passed it on our walk home. "It smells so good." The truth was too ugly to explain to a child. How Diego had convinced our dying father that I wasn't serious about the family legacy. How he'd rewritten the will while I was at Dad's bedside those final weeks. How the restaurant that should have been split between us became his alone. 4 months ago, Tommy and I were at the discount grocery when we bumped into Mr. Nguyen, who used to deliver produce to Dad's restaurant. "Your empanadas were always better than your brother's," he said quietly, then glanced around. "I retired, but my nephew runs a food truck commissary. An empty spot just opened up if you're interested." I laughed bitterly. "With what money?" "I make $11 an hour." He studied me for a moment. "Your father helped me start my business 20 years ago. No money down, just a handshake. I can offer the same terms. Pay me when you can." Tommy tugged my sleeve. "Dad, you could make those cheese things Grandpa taught you." That night, I dug out Dad's old recipe notebook from the one box of his things Diego had let me take. His handwriting made my chest ache. But there, between the pages, were all his secrets. The techniques he'd taught me during those quiet morning prep sessions before Diego would arrive. The following week, I signed the commissary lease. It was just a prep kitchen and parking spot. I bought a used food cart for $800 using my tax refund. Tommy helped me paint it bright yellow. "Like sunshine," he said. We started small. Just breakfast burritos and coffee, parked at the construction site 3 blocks from Diego's restaurant. The workers remembered me from when I'd worked with Dad. "These taste like Roberto's," one said, eyes widening at the first bite. "Better, actually." Word traveled fast in our neighborhood. In week 2, the nurses from the medical center began arriving. Week 3, office workers were calling in orders. By month 2, I had to prep at 3 a.m. to keep up with demand. Tommy would do his homework at a corner table in the commissary while I cooked, occasionally running out to hand customers their change. That's when things shifted. Mr. Rodriguez, who owned the auto shop, offered his parking lot for lunch service. "Your brother charges $18 for what you're selling for $8, he said. "And yours tastes like your father's used to, before Diego started cutting corners." The comparison stung and soothed simultaneously. Within weeks, I had regular spots throughout